Welcome back. We are coming back from what was, I don't know how to put this lightly, Keith. The street fight, maybe? We're coming back from what was a street fight between ESPADA and between NEMIGA in the finals of Winners League. Now we're on to the second map, ESPADA's territory, after they just robbed NEMIGA out of their map pick on Nuke. And the side choices are happening. Of course, this is not knife for sides. So as soon as the pistol round begins, the action will continue. And I think we're ready to go. So let's get this action started, Mel. Kick this show, and let's see the second map. I'm expecting another street fight.
Yeah, I would be in the same boat because these maps are similar in the sense of site explosions, right? There's more lurk potential on Overpass. You can be a little more sneaky. But if you're taking B, you're kind of taking it like you are a nuke, right? You're throwing grenades and you're running out. There's like very little timing from when you throw that molly barrels to when you're coming out short. So similar in that sense, but we'll see. More map to play with. Speed act. Then long and he gets deleted. Yo gets traded out. Will they expect MDS to jiggle it out and he goes down? I mean, they're here to play again, our ESPADA.
They have the full map, and they have a minute left to work this map. I feel like Lollipop, yeah, like he already knows. He has no choice but to start to advance, and he will towards long A side. And Box is hearing the rotates down, and he's inside Graffiti trying to hold this one back, but without armor, I don't fancy his odds. Let's see if he's on point. That's one.
A second. Oh, he sprays it. And now they're planning in the smoke, of course. Not even playing default. Dexter's pushed up with a P50. And Fox gets run over. Dexter with 2. Patsy with 2. ESPADA pick up a pistol round. And now here's the thing, Roy. Here's my theory.
Hit me with it.
I feel like this pistol round is more important than the next maps, if we go to it, and the first maps. In the sense that ESPADA just won Nuke. And they kind of came away with a decent win at the end. They're holding momentum. Now they've taken pistol round on Seaside, the less favorable side. I think that gives them a little more motivation, a little more sail, like a little more wind behind their sails. I think that pistol round from NEMIGA was more important than any other one so far. And to be, if more required.
Ooh. Yeah, but you know what would be a disaster, Keith?
Yeah, I know. I already feel it.
They lost this round, and it's starting to shape up that way. They're starting to make their way onto the B. Finnegan is able to get the clinch onto Lollipop, eliminating the pillar position. MDS puts one to sleep.
Get out of here.
Turns around for the second one as well. Now he's equipped with an AK-47. Yo says goodbye to Dima. And Dexter, the remaining player, the 1 versus 4, wondering what the hell just happened on this B site.
I am always left dumbfounded and looking stupid all at the same time because again, these are rounds these teams shouldn't lose, but they're losing them, not even on maybe a little bit of spacing, but just getting outshot. MDS doing his best nothing impersonation with a deagle there towards, and Kerrigan, I believe, was another player that had a clip from there. You're hitting shots where they should get traded, and just like that, NEMIGA's buy is comfortable. They have AKs now on the CT side. ESPADA buy up what they can. They have 1 scout and a couple deagles. And if NEMIGA can do it, ESPADA can do it back to them. But, man, it seems like the story from Nuke is continuing. That it's a scout and deagle show.
Yeah, Speedak looking for the tags. He's already gotten 1. That's going to weaken the spot out even further. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, 4 kills for MDS on that B defenses. You really can't ask for much more than that. Now it's Yo inside the long bathroom. Isolated, but maybe he doesn't need anyone here. Patsy eventually puts him down. That is an AK-47 and a molly they could pick up to use. I'm just going to pass it over to a healthy Sophic. Wow, he just got instantly tagged. Oh, are they going for it? Oh, fellas, please.
They're kind of almost near. Oh, no. Oh,
what?
Oh, dude, get out of town.
Okay, what?
Dexter deletes him, but who holds for that?
Right? That's my thought. That's the craziest part about that. Is he was holding for that? Are you kidding me?
That's absurd.
Wow, and then he gets the kill in that way. That's insane. Now Bo3 has him lined
Wow.
up. All their efforts gone to waste. Dexter now the remaining player, and it's only a scout. And now he is eliminated. And NEMIGA, they string 2 together. Like, I can't believe they're holding for that.
I am so dumbfounded right now. That's unreal.
Wow. All right, guys. This is delivering on so many ways. I love it. I freaking love it. Now it's full M4 for NEMIGA. And fortunately for ESPADA, their money is at the end of this lifeline. So it's going to be just Glocks, P250s, not a single flash, not a single smoke. And a dream here for the long 8. Full-blown rush here.
Unlikely. Box doesn't want to peek in because he knows his luck. He'll get double dink with that range. There's the one dink, and there's the second.
Wait!
And no, come on, dude. How does he peek and die like that? I don't understand. The damage is dealt. These players don't have armor. And softfix on B alone plant.
Wait, he even juked me. I didn't even see that.
What is going on?
What the? Now they're set themselves up for the post ban. Now, of course, they don't really have much to defend with here. And they are up against the AK. The resmoke comes off. Finnegan's trying to tap away with the P250, but now that they know he's on top of the sandbags, they know there's another player there as well. So they should have this one red as long as they're aware. Now they know for sure. They know that Patsy's around here as well. Patsy just stopping away with the P250. A desperation, but 2 kills, almost a third, plus a bomb plant on Glocks. I would consider that a success for ESPADA.
I'm just more blown away that both those P250s get both kills on A. Like, rarely do you see that, and it just shows that how zeroed in these teams are for the finals, right? Like, we have narrowed it down to 2 of the best teams in winners, and they're playing it up, leaving it all on the server.
Yeah. But we can't forget that this is an international tournament, right? Like, we are getting some of the best teams outside of the pro scene, and you know the really the top echelon of the European CS. Like, these are the next up, and these teams are the best of the best internationally on that level, on their level. So yeah, I agree. I think we're definitely tightening up here. Now the weapons are available, and if they can get 2 kills with P250s and Glocks, I have no doubt they'll be able to convert these few gun rounds. Now NEMIGA, they're further back on A than makes me comfortable, which leaves them really in the dark here. They're not sure if they're being split on. Not sure if people are starting to advance on them. Now they're reinforcing the A defenses because of that pressure.
Good spot from Speedak. He doesn't want to jump up again because he knows there's probably someone posted on him. Little flash and peek. Good little self-play to gain some information. But what if ESPADA have been doing so well, Roy? And I think this is underused on a map like Overpass, is clearing out bathrooms as efficiently as they have been, showing presence towards long, and then just phasing out. They've drawn 3 players here. They're not getting spotted towards Monster. Lollipop's in a 1 and done if they peek this close angle. So a lot of pressure's on MBS. Lollipop to the 1. There's the done. MBS comes in. He doubles in and triples in. So a great setup from NEMIGA to counter this from ESPADA. But ESPADA had the right idea. It's working. But NEMIGA is starting to really heat up and win these gunfights.
Yeah, what's also insane is that... Okay, there it is. 1 for 1, nothing else. What's insane is that the path very well. They jumped over the pipe. They avoided getting detected, but somehow Lollipop and MDS were ready for it. That's insane. 4-1 now, NEMIGA. Looking pretty solid on the CT side defenses, I must admit. ESPADA now down to the eco once again. It will be this time a little bit better than last. Some pistols, some armor. A scout for Dexter, and Deagle for Patsy. Actually, Deagle for Dima as well. So they do have some hand cannons. A lot better than P250s, Keith.
Definitely better than hand cannons. They got the first pick. Lollipop's gone, Roy. And they're spreading out throughout bathrooms. And they're going to be given bathroom control. Box is playing in map, currently holding towards sands. Peeking into bathrooms every once in a while. But if you're playing a rifle or sands, then you're up behind you. There's a chance Box is here. There's a chance he can get run over. And he gets dinked. through the wall. 20 HP. SpeedAxe now tagged. This is where the run over may start, but they have pulled everyone. All 4 players are here, and I think that's because NEMIGA has the bomb.
They're starting to get a lot of grip here and control on this A site, though. Box is in 3 HP. He's going to take the duels anyway and win both of them somehow. And MDS just eliminates Finnegan. And that's the control pretty much gone. It's down to Deacon. Headshot angle. And
wow.
And it's all that it is. And I can't believe Box just... Confidence
You're
of a
literally
god.
taking the words out of my mouth. Yeah. I don't know how he's been able to win all these fights, right? Like, multi-frag rounds. He's just been stand up for NEMIGA right now, and I thought this pistol was gonna snowball into something, but after losing the round after pistol, they gotta pull out all the stops, and this is one of them. Quad boost.
Yeah, if they don't, imagine he gets killed jumping
home.
up and someone's holding for that. Like
If someone is holding for this, Roy, I would lose my mind. Honestly, I may even just forfeit. Be like, hey, it's their map. Like, that's. But it's cool that they have it, and I have a feeling that won't be the last time we see it this game. Because he didn't see anyone coming out of heaven, which means they're aggressing towards connector or A site, and it's unfortunate that that didn't kind of click with NEMIGA. He was trying to get in towards back connector, but now that they know, okay, if no one's coming out heaven, if no one's jumping out towards site, we had the timing, they're aggressing elsewhere. So they have that understanding, and now they're going to take this towards B because, again, they have a feeling that they're going to be a little short-handed here. They're correct in that assumption. Two players here. Lollipop tries to reposition and just gets dumpstered. With MDS here on ramp, can't get anything going. Finnegan will go down. MDS is still here. Elite the nade, but his teammates are coming short. A tap on the bomb, and all of a sudden it's a man advance for Sophic. Trying to make this work, trying to find success with 40 seconds. That sight smoke is fading, and MDS is full blind. Sophic hears him drop. CTs are so separated. And all of a sudden, it's a man advantage for ESPADA, Roy. How quick the tables turn.
Yeah, look at Box. He's instantly repositioning. Bomb is being planted, though, after all. ESPADA, they finally have themselves in a pretty favorable situation. A 2 versus 1. Box is going to waste a lot of time rotating here. And that only works in the favor of ESPADA to put themselves on the second round here. And I like this right now from ESPADA as well. It's too quiet. They're looking for control. They're sending Sophic around to clear up Monster and Water, and soon they're going to realize that Box has, in fact, repositioned. And it should be much easier as of now. There it is. Yeah. Can we also just quickly talk about MDS's performance right now? Like, what the heck is happening?
He's kind of having a game, isn't he? And he's kind of been the guy set up in the situations to be the refragger, right? So, just for example, Lollipop will take contact, and MDS will swing and get 2 or 3. He's kind of been the guy that's getting those refrags, and then kind of some extra. He's been doing a really good job of playing that second, get the second frag and double in kind of guy. He's been doing that beautifully. He's been aggressive. I mean, you're 12-3 going into the 7th round, right? Or 8th round, excuse me. That's kind of a statement.
Now, good usage of utility here for ESPADA. Good default, smoking off front bathroom. Getting the Molotov out towards Divider. That pushes the upper back, keeps him at bay. But SpeedAxe is lingering still. He's looking for any opportunity here to eliminate one of these players. But it will be Box with the M4 inside bathrooms that will get the first kill onto Sophic. Oh, they left a gap on purpose? No, okay. Box exposing himself just a little too long. SpeedAxe looking for the trade with the op, and he knows exactly where to find it. But the flash is effective. Finnegan is pretty aware that he even knew SpeedAxe would re-aggress that. I like that. But it's 4-4, 45 seconds left on the clock. Several of these ESPADA players have been spotted towards the A site, so I do imagine NEMIGA is very much aware of where this might be ending.
Okay. Nearly. Gotta be careful into re-peeking this SpeedAxe. I mean, we saw him being very snappy on nuke, killing uppers that are posted up into him. There's the first. Gonna stay around Dice. A second from SpeedAxe. Dexter doesn't want to come through the smoke. He's backing on up. And they don't have bomb. And I think safe. I don't know. Maybe Demo wants to die to get the money. But no, they're gonna post up. Vidak's waiting for a flash. He may even peek into this. Yo's gonna find him, and Dima's gonna grab the op. Can he live? Should be able to. All right. The op gets carried over. Timeout from ESPADA. Kind of needed. Things are falling apart. Their default's getting just kind of picked.
Yeah, their methodical, slow, dynamic approach is honestly just not working right now for ESPADA. I think they should go back to the true and tested, just the gang action, right? Having 2-3 people constantly together, constantly fighting for space, not really spreading out that much. We haven't really seen like aggressive water control. We haven't seen any sort of fast play on the A site. We haven't seen any sort of quick attempts for ESPADA to dismantle the forward setups on the A side, or even like looking for like the picks out of water. They've just been relying on those boosts, right? Boosting for the early pick didn't work out that time. Boosting towards long for the equalizer in the mid round, not quite going their way. I guess there's only one boost left for ESPADA to try, and it's the one in water.
I wouldn't mind seeing a quick water take into an execute, perhaps, Roy. Let's see what the change is going to be, because there certainly is going to be one. Whenever you have a pause, you'll see a team break into something new. Dexter, well, it's taking water with an op. He is entry fragging with an op, Roy. He's posted under Lollipop. That molly won't quite spread to Dexter. And they have Lollipop isolated. Dima knows there's one player at least in connector. They have the pick on B, but they're not exploding. Do you think this is overthinking, Roy, or just a lack of information?
I think it's generally there's a lot of defenders on the B site, so just going off one pick isn't really the play. But I think now they're starting to realize, okay, we got an early pick. This is our best chances. Molotov to push off barrel, a pretty difficult position to clear otherwise, but Dima's about to be met with, the timing. And he actually loses his battle, and Speedak eliminates Finnegan as well. So the advantage early for ESPADA, as well as the B site control, is not going too hot. Now Dex is going to find one, but there's a flank coming in, so I don't think he's got this one alive. Oh!
Almost, Roy. Sophic and Patsy now. Graffiti and Close Monster. Sophic needs to commit to an angle. He's going to commit with the flash, and it makes this doable for Patsy. 1v2. They know he was Graffiti. Yo doesn't spot him. One for Patsy. Gonna get the second. The young fragger. The spray is off. And MDS, who's been having a hell of a game. We'll get the 7th for NEMIGA. He'll grab the op behind the mid-monster. And he's going to continue to just look just absolutely jacked. Hangs with the coolest dudes.
Wow. These rounds are just so unusual. And this is kind of the characteristic of NEMIGA, right? These, like, it looks like they have gaps, but they have great protocols. Now they're going to go to the B-rush. It's not really working out too well with Lollipop finding 2 and weakening the 3rd. And it's going to be MDS now to defend the champion of NEMIGA in this map, it seems. And Dexter, that remaining player, he keeps finding himself in these scenarios. And I think this one is just a minute 30 save.
We touched upon it briefly. When you mentioned MDS having a hell of a game, and I said he's the guy to get those trade frags. I think that's a prime example, right? Lollipop, you fight, you're gonna win your opening fight. You typically have been, and I'll get the trades, and that continues to be the story, Roy. MDS getting both critical kills as they try to come through. Dexter, a 1v4. Any kill he gets is valuable because, let's be honest, these rounds have been close for the most part. And NEMIGA know that their money is important to them. Although Dexter will try, I mean, I'd say even one more kill is valuable. More so than his life in saving this SG, because I think they're at max loss, right? So he'll get more money than what he'll have now. So his plan will be to die, I imagine.
I want to be at that rave. Where is it? Can we get that DJ on the broadcast?
Do we even know the name of the DJ?
Yeah, who is this, like a track that's made by Valve for this map, or by the creator of this map, or like is this a track that already exists?
We just get copywritten.
Yeah, it sounds like it's
Pretty-
bumping in
pretty
there though.
balmy,
Like,
though.
can
Yeah,
I get invited to that party? Like,
The only way you get invited is by saving.
yeah,
So James in there dancing by himself on the dance floor. One man rave.
That's all right. We only need one man, as long as he's enjoying
True.
himself.
I'm surprised Dexter didn't go die, but he is gonna get more money at the end of this round. Plus his teammates weren't gonna buy, so we'll see what he can do with the SG Royce. Carries it over. Fortunate that he didn't get any kills on top of it, but he has a chance to find a pick kill. He can bait some of these pistols and try to make it work, because one pick, wherever they get a pick, I imagine the floodgates are going to open. If they find a bathrooms player, if they find the stack, they're probably going to charge on in. But little do they know that there is Speedak on site.
This is slow and steady. The windows have not been broken, so it weakens the first bullet, yes, but it also does not give away their intents, and it kind of provides like a weird little bit of camouflage, and it almost works out. Dexter finds himself at 8 HP. The kill would have been nice there. The box is in a strong position. He can peek off flashes here. Oh man, that's a big nade.
Sandwich Smoke has about 8-9 more seconds on it. They're gonna pop on through it. Pot one on the floor. Pots two will get traded, but Speedak's here. Not worried about long, and maybe Patsy gets up, laid out by Yo. Softpick can't win that fight. Yo ends it. 9 rounds for NEMIGA. And honestly, although the scoreline looks pretty deadly, this half's been close and come down to a couple clutches. And it's kind of on par with most overpass T-sides, but ESPADA really have to start winning now. I think there's no more leeway for mistakes, no more. It can't happen anymore, right? If you want to get your 5 to 6 rounds, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, I can't help but agree with that. Just for your own psyche's sake, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're looking pretty flat. But I think they're going for that last boost they have not yet tried. I think it's a matter of time, or they might just go for the execute on the B side. Their slow play, their dynamic play has not really worked out. Now they're trying to full on execute. Volley pops in front of the pipe once again, and they just keep getting shut down over and over. And he finds a turnaround onto Patsy, and it's down to Finnegan, Sophic in the 2 versus 3. Well, tell me that's not an actual smoke. Oh my god. Yep, stealing that one real quick.
Finnegan doesn't really care about the molly, although it was super sick. As MDS is coming out through Monster Tunnel, they've doubled up in pit, and this might be a little scary once that smoke fades. To be able to peek, Sophic gets caught. Finnegan, he can't control the SG, and I mean, who else than MDS, man?
Yeah,
who else
actually, though,
to get multi kills every round?
Dude, he has 3 deaths.
I feel like he's had 2 kills at least, minimum of 1 every round.
Can we get another cycle stats on this man? 115 ADR.
Yeah.
You know, he's not throwing flashes. He's not doing a lot of damage with utility.
I would
we don't
not
need
mind.
him to. 18 and 3. You're good to go. You're good to go, MDS. Keep your gun out, man. You're doing just fine. I got you with that support.
That's crazy. Can he keep it up though? I imagine so. I don't think he's too bothered right now. I'll answer my own question. The T side though is kind of a different beat once we get there. And ESPADA gonna try to take bathrooms. Boxes like to play solo bathrooms alone. He does have Speedak holding his long.
You know what's
And
actually weird, Keith?
Fire.
Let me see this duel. Box and Dexter. This is gonna be an important one. Okay, so Box does come out on top. He maintains control of long gate for now. The smoke does provide a cover. But I've noticed that in Europe specifically, this map is a lot more CT sided than it is in North America, where we find that halves are almost even now. Like 8-7s, 9-6s are probably the most common finishes on this map in North America. But I feel like in Europe, it's still extremely CT sided somehow.
Is that just in an attachment
It's
to their
anecdotal,
patience.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I really don't. I think it's the pacing on the T side is a lot more red nowadays. You have to kind of take risks early, and I think more favoring for that. But there it is, the pop flash, the nostril flash. Finally, Lollipop's been shut down. They've been reading on his position behind the pipe, and he gets punished for it. Yo, also eliminated. MBS, the beast, is already dead. And Dima looking for the exit. That's box eliminated. But this is a great round. Speedak saves the op, yes, but their money is really not that great. Like, they've strung many rounds together, but they have not been the cleanest of rounds. And there is a chance that ESPADA gets 5 here on the board. And if they do, that's still a pretty good T-side finish for ESPADA.
Yeah, I honestly, this is still very recoverable. As we've mentioned, the rounds have been close, and you pointed out the money still hasn't had a chance to build. So it's kind of like no harm, no foul. Yes, you could have done more. Yeah, the game could have been closer. But you know what? You can still get to that average point. You can still reach your goal. Yes, you could have surpassed it, but you know what? They can be content. Not only that, they've secured another buy round if they lose this one. Did ESPADA. NEMIGA are kind of grasping at straws. Right, so they lose this. Could probably be on pistols, a couple SMGs, where ESPADA will have full rifles. So ESPADA have set themselves up for a chance to get 2 very competent gun rounds, 2 full buy rounds. So they've set themselves up for success through and through. And they're going to quickly get water control as NEMIGA look to just take the A site like a plague. Probably poor timing to use that reference. Not that I thought of it, Roy, but you know. Not what I meant, but we'll run with it.
I'm down. This is really quiet from everyone. I think ESPADA's beginning to suspect something's up here. I don't see anyone in bottom con. Box now eliminates Sophic. That might push these con players to more aggressively peek into Yo, which would likely be punished. Oh, they're just gonna bypass the setup. Surely not. Yo, peeks into Dima and wins it anyway, even though the post-up for Dima was there. Now they're going to go right into the B site. Lollipop is the only person here right now. There's a player Heaven, but the big chance he won't have much of a line of sight to fight back.
I don't know if they smoked Heaven, but they're swinging pillar side. I'm imagining they did then. No, they didn't. They're swinging pillar with Heaven open. That's such a risk from ESPADA. A bit of an oversight. That's Dexter before, and can't explain that one.
11-3. NEMIGA, they keep the streak. They deny the opportunity for ESPADA to have a decent comeback in this half. So the 11-4 is the max ESPADA can get here on this half. And the double op setup, the AKs, the SG for Yo, for NEMIGA, is inspiring a lot of confidence in me here. And if they get 12 on the CT side, like, unless they have an absolutely abysmal T half, like, this should be secured pretty much.
Okay. Dexter, he's gone for that before. That's the first time he's actually gotten the opening frag for it, though, Roy, if memory's. And in the meantime, though, ESPADA, they do all the work for the opening picks, and then immediately get picked on the other side of the map. So, kind of a give and take. That Molly and Smoke tells Lollipop there's someone in that corner. But Finnegan, that Molly didn't get put out. He's going to be a little upset. Speedak, he might get robbed as he tags off like he's trying to retreat into his smoke. And it's a race. It's a foot race. Dexter finds the op. Box. No way he gets cleared, but he finds them both. Sneaky, sneaky. As it's Dexter 1v3. Reminiscent to last round, Roy. As these rounds continue to be in NEMIGA's favor. Kind of the story of the half.
It's not over just yet. Dexter, that shot was necessary, but unfortunately it's a bit off the mark, and it is NEMIGA with a phenomenal CT side finish here. The 12-3, something that you don't see as often anymore. But what an abysmal half that was for ESPADA. I mean, they got the pistol, they were off to the right start, and then they get ecoed, they lose 5 rounds in a row, trade 1 round for 5 back in a row, and it's, Jesus, that's not what I was expecting, but this could be the reverse sweep. This could be the 3rd map, potentially. There's a lot of weight on this pistol, Keith.
Yeah, this is, I wouldn't say the game, but I'd say it's close to it. Is in the balance, right? As Dexter will continue to keep his eyes on long. Oh, is that a dink through the rock? Kind of crazy. He's going to stay near the corner. He's going to have a player back on the corner baiting for him. But will they clear it? Patsy's going to stay. Sophic will jump spot. NEMIGA have gotten their rotates. They can do it around the world and fall back. But Dima on the flank is kind of figuring this one out. Dexter's going to push up. He needs to hit a shot, and he finally will. Yo is 2 HP. He finally claims what's rightfully his. As Dexter's having a game. 14 kills. And coming up huge when his team needs him in an important pistol, Roy. Patsy into bathrooms. He'll connect. And it's just Box and ESPADA have done it. Thanks to Dexter's, may I say, dexterity in living. Maybe that's the... Am I using that word correctly? No. I'm no English major.
Sure, Keith. You're only here to be beautiful and sound like a god.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But what a round from ESPADA. That was actually pretty convincing. They got the info. They got the shots. They had the containment, the reactions on all ends of the map. They looked like they were in full control of that one. And if that's a sign of what's to come, a tie or a potential lead is still in the cards for ESPADA. They do need to string at least the first and possibly the second gun run in a row. They get reset at any point. That's pretty much their chances in the bag. Now it's going to be the kind of similar strat that we saw from ESPADA, right? The 5-man rush long A. Blocks, P250, but there is one flash that could be the difference maker. Oh, Dexter just missed.
Dexter flashed off. He's falls behind APC. Patsy, not spotted yet. Good first kill. Needs more, and it's gonna come in. He even gets to the pistol. Almost find lollipop. It was a 1 MP9, and no skin off their backs. ESPADA, although need to keep rounds clean, Roy. They need a bonus. They can't afford to invest right now. If it was a bit of a closer game, they might say, you know what, let's upgrade. But they're going to keep these MP9s. They're going to throw them, I imagine, in connector. Maybe make it aggressive, play water. Well, look out for this one to be aggressive. Oh, Sophic, be careful. Bathroom setup coming in from ESPADA.
Yeah, this is so strong.
Sandwich. Too. Yeah, this is so much better with an op, but it's just as good with them.
I mean, if Dexter's covering my back and I'm Patsy, we're chilling. I think the information is becoming pretty clear here for ESPADA. Like, there's no pressure on B. Now that water pressure adds a little bit of mystery to what's happening in this round, and I think Sophic is beginning to realize this. He's already on the rotate back down to B. So this is really well read from ESPADA. Their numbers are in the right places. They have the right setup towards Monster, shutting it down. Good use of smoke to really solidify the positions that they want to take here on this B site and wait for this attack. And you can see the bathroom players now. They're starting to realize this as well. They know for sure now it's a B hit.
2 nades, good damage. Could have been better, but the floor ate a little bit of it. Even a Molly grenade. No, that's the Molly. Forcing them through it. They don't get the kills, though. Sophic alone. His teammates still have short. And Sophic's dancing around pillar, able to get one more before he'll finally go down to the last bullet of the AK of Yo. It's all on Speedak, and Dexter's just going to swing. He is stepping up huge for ESPADA. They are getting the key rounds now.
Looking like it, at least. First gun run in the bag. No bomb plant, so the NEMIGA probably can't, or probably will not, rather, force by. So it's going to be the Deagles here for them. A little bit of armor, increase their chances. I don't like Yo being block armored. Like if you're going to armor, please get a Deagle or a P250 or something. Or if you're going to buy armor and no pistol, then just buy the Deagle instead.
I concur, Roy.
I'm glad we're in unison. Now, this is a bit more of a reserved hold for ESPADA, and rightfully so. They don't have to force anything. MDS, I think he just got the jump spotter in water. Oh, that's another dink. If they continue to get chipped down like this, this is going to get really dicey on the commitment here. And it seems like NEMIGA are starting to decide and commit forward, but they peek into the off lane. A big mistake there for MDS. He gets caught off. Reposition. Yeah, they're just going to go for the 2-2 split here, Keith.
It's kind of the only play they have. One player has a Glock. The rest have Deagles. Dexter notices they're jump spotting. He's going to do for that himself. With Passy with the close rifle support, Dexter with the Yop. I don't see a world where NEMIGA can get close to this site unless they're going to pick. And Dexter finds it first, so that may just set the move for the rest of this round. And Patsy's heating up again. Box is heating up. He'll deal with Patsy. That's an AK if he can get to it. Box has armor, so Dexter just needs to live. Can't afford to keep committing these fights. Give up the bomb plant, concede it. But he's a bit of an animal.
He's going wide with the USP, like, oh my god, the kind of confidence you have to have for that one. Now Dima's on the flank. Finnegan, he's tired of this. He's tired of this patience, and he's just going to wide swing at himself and ESPADA. Messy round, but a round nonetheless. I'm starting to get a little concerned, though, with some of the performances for ESPADA. I feel like they really need to wake up. It's Dexter and Patsy putting up most of the numbers right now. They have 35 combined, and I think the other players are 22 combined.
Yeah, and I think NEMIGA is going to start to realize those are both the A players, right? If you connect 2 and 2, we're going to start to see a lot of water splits. We're going to start to see a bit more monster fights. Because it does play a factor in how you want to play the map, right? If you have players that are cold and not playing so well, make them sweat towards B, right? Throw some utility their way. Kind of make them nervous. Get them out of their element. But also, that can have a reverse effect to where they start winning fights, and now you've made them warm up and, you know, get comfortable again. So it's a catch-22. And it looks like NEMIGA are just going to play their game run. They're just going to default Fred.
Also, I don't know if you know, but this current CT meta that people are running on the CT side to blow open door every round is actually really intimidating for the connector player. Because if you're that solo connector player, like if the door is closed, you're way more confident to walk up, right? But as soon as that door blows open, now you're like, this is a little more sketchy. Dima is boosted up on the railings, all the way back monster. A strong position to be in, especially with a scoped weapon. And that's the first kill. The smoke just denies any trade potential, so a clean assassination there for ESPADA. And with only 37 seconds left, no noise on A whatsoever. Once again, easily read by ESPADA. NEMIGA are just being far too obvious now.
Yeah, they just made noise jumping into water, too. Sophic, though, gets caught out. ESP now. Finnegan's going to swing in. He only gets one. They know Dima was last seen towards Monster, and Patsy's stuck in connector. If he goes down, it creates some awkward problems. He swings in I don't know if it's spread to him or not, and Dima loses that fight, Roy. It's all in Dexter. No. He was asleep at the wheel, and NEMIGA sloppy, but they pull it out due to some errors on the side of ESPADA.
Look, NEMIGA, no doubt, I don't want to take it away from them. They capitalized on the kills. Great job for punishing mistakes, but that was so poorly played by ESPADA. Like, all the signals, all the signs are pointing to a B attack. Why are you guys wide swinging in the open? Just play. You have very well established crossfires. Just be patient. That's so unfortunate. A nice shot for NEMIGA to be patient and squeeze Patsy out of connector right before they commit onto site, though. That was massive. They only had 10 seconds left on the clock when they did that, by the way.
It's out there.
Now the force buy for ESPADA. Only 2 rifles as well as the alt for Dexter, who's glass cannon. No kits. Very little utility. And they're running the Ashala setup once again. This time it's with an op, Keith.
Not a bad choice. Speedak will smoke dice, I believe. It's the lurk long smoke, but it leaves a little bit of a gap. Not as on point as I would like it to be. And again, NEMIGA are kind of doing an ESPADA here, where they show presence long and really fades back towards Monster. ESPADA this time, with no information towards connector, no information towards water, are turtling on the B site. And this is exactly what NEMIGA want. They want these B players to be forced in towards pit. They've kept 3 players from ESPADA towards A. Quick flanks can come in, but if both pit players die, it's going to be a safe call run.
Yep, and there's the anti-rush smoke from Finnegan. This is such a good smoke to use. you can just pretty much protect yourself, cover yourself up. Now 3 players are looking to defend from inside the pit, but suddenly it's only one. Dima, though, he does straight out. The crossfires are real. The bait setup works flawlessly, and this time ESPADA was ready for it. And well equipped. Double ops now available for ESPADA. NEMIGA gets shut down. The lack of bomb plant, but they do have a good loss bonus, which might justify their buy. Do they go for it though? Because they only have one downgraded weapon. If I'm NEMIGA, I think I'm going for this one.
Yeah, they seem to be thinking about it. Good time for a timeout, right? Because you're on max loss. You have 3 players who can get it. 4 players can get AKs. I mean, to me, I go for it. Speedock can even get the op if he so wishes, but he's going to go for the SG's utility. Double op from ESPADA might be the answer, considering Box is downgraded to a MAC 10. And we're kind of in the same boat where we need some more players on ESPADA to keep waking up. This game's close. It's very winnable. You can close this grand final out on overpass, on CT side. Yeah, you've built up a chance. Your money needs this round desperately to stay afloat. It's kind of all the marbles in play right now, I'd say.
Right, it is a deficit, but again, this is ESPADA's map pick, so we at least are expecting them to have a pretty solid approach for the defenses. Now it's smoke out for the Molotov early, which gives them access to playground a little earlier than expected for ESPADA. Now, I like the ops. They're aggressive right now. At least one of them is. The other one is just playing around the pillar. This is so quiet. Patsy's moving up to the crossfire setup towards long gate. Dexter has his back covered all the way from downtown.
I like it. Smoke towards sand. 3 players coming up long. I imagine they're going to flash bathroom and then kind of take flower pot corner. That's where I imagine we're going. They may even try to boost up on flower pot. Patsy, you got to call for a flash because I see him getting 1. But as long as they trade out even, I don't know. They definitely need to go with this. Patsy wins before they do. 2 for Patsy, and Dexter goes unspotted. They don't know of his presence. He can dodge a flash and go back into this. But for now, he's going to chill. He'll self-flash for long, misses it, and misses it again. The life of an opera.
No. He won't miss his shots, though.
No. He'll miss flashes, but not the shots. And he's going aggressive with a man advantage, Roy. This is out there, and he is gone. He is out of the round. And Sophic, who hasn't been playing well, is alone on site against SGs. He'll fall back to truck. He's trying to dance around. Can he win a fight? He can, though. He comes out on top. A man advantage in the retake. Yo, desperately looking for something, anything. This is such a big retake for ESPADA. One of the players retaking with an op in the hands of Finnegan. And Yo peeks. Good trade. It's just Lollipop. Quiet game for him, but he was huge on Nuke. Can he clutch this one outright? They're going to get to the bomb. Will they double swing headshot? They'll tap. Here comes Lollipop. 1. Can he get 2? No! Finnegan claims it. He drops the op, the M4. That was the play. ESPADA have 9. But NEMIGA have another buy, Roy. ESPADA will not have a chance to breathe.
They almost let Patsy down, though. I mean, that is his 2K opener for that info. Massive for his team. And they almost let him down. But you know what? Last second, they win the 2v1. Things still in check. The only problem is now the pressure's really on to ESPADA, right? You can't afford to get double reset in this round. It's just not something that you can do. And NEMIGA, the loss bonus plus the bomb plant plus the kill rewards, that's giving them the confidence to buy up. They're going for it again. Fast play. Patsy inside the bathrooms. The smoke for front bathroom denies them vision. And that's a big kind of cloud over long A, right? They don't know if NEMIGA's going fast. They've shown propensity for it. It's just a big question mark on the map. No water control for ESPADA. Something they haven't done once yet on the CT side, I don't think. There's actually a lot that ESPADA and NEMIGA both haven't done. Like the monster G2 takes, smoke deep monster, flash over, take control. That's one info play. Take water control, another info play.
Oh,
Nice
creeping.
Mm-hmm.
They re-smoked this long smoke. Dexter's gonna block that smoke so it allows him to jump up. It's not a full length smoke. Sophic telling him that they're out APC. He's gonna be able to get one before he goes down. Through the smoke comes Dexter. They're trading spots. He knows there's someone close to the pistol.
Oh!
He gets it. What a play from Dexter to get 2. Fox is getting lit up.
No
Through the boxes
way.
from Dexter. This man is on it. And it's just Lollipop again. Run it back to the previous round, but this time it's verse 3. As he's towards the flower pot, and Dexter wants blood. He wants his 4th. He won't claim it, but the flank comes through. And man, Roy, I would stop going, hey, this guy is terrifying.
Yeah, he's Superman because I know he has X-ray vision. Like, this guy knows all the spam spots. He always knows where to look for it. That's so well done. Like, his patience on the first kill was huge, too. Just jumps through the smoke, takes out Speed Axe. That's a lot of pressure alleviated. I really don't like Box's plant position, though. If you move, like, slightly to the left, facing the A site, you can still plant in the same position, but you're not spammable. That's a tip for the wise. But wow, what a round from Dexter. Now he's starting to really pop off, and this is what we're kind of expecting from him, right? Like he's been such a star player for ESPADA. Now he's really stepping up when it needs to. And now what was looking like a sweeping early start for NEMIGA is beginning to look a little dicey, right?
They've fallen into a similar trap of ESPADA, right? Where their default is A heavy. They spend a lot of time getting bathrooms and long control. They don't really bait out too many nades in their default because it's kind of been given up to them, that long bathrooms and long control. And then they lose the trades while trying to get close to site and then rotate back out. But they're giving a lot of information to the CT sides, right? I feel like that's what both T sides did, was just feed a lot of information to the CT sides to allow for appropriate rotates. And that seems to just be kind of happening over and over now.
Now, early setup here towards the spot inside connector. They have a sentry going for the peak. Actually misses the shot, uncharacteristically so as well. Dexter, he's eliminated by MVS, one of the champions.
Oh, no.
And the swing comes out from ESPADA. Sophic, he gets killed in the process. Now Patsy's in connector, and he might hold the cards for this one. But all 5 players are here. The flashbang is off. Patsy claims 2. Nice pop flash there. And at least he brings the round back into an even playing field.
Oh, Finnegan! Oh, that's such a ballsy peek. He gets away with it. Box will grab the op. He's gonna be looking for Finnegan. He'll drop a flash. Box will trade a molly. Lollipop up short. We'll get traded out. My nerves have kind of left me now, as I bet the ESPADA players' nerves have built up and left, because it was nerve-wracking. A 5v3 in a 1v2, and
nice.
Finnegan will swing. He'll get a 3rd, but out of all the rounds to swing that 2nd tunnel, Roy, they do it against pistol.
Dude, you literally just
get out
of my brain. Get out of my brain.
I'm just saying.
Right?
They knew. They gotta have known, right?
Right, exactly. That's my big question is, you haven't gone for water control a single time this game, and the round you decide to do it on is against pistols? Like, what? That is so careless. That is very, very careless. But I think maybe they just fall into the trap that, okay, NEMIGA's been force buying every round. Bobby got to force buy again. But, like, come on, man. That's not necessarily risky. There it is. That's why the door being popped open is just insane.
That's also the best boost. Even better than the sandbag one. Dima gonna get one of his own. Yo, lit up through the smoke. It took the entire clip, but they finally connect. And Speedak and Lollipop are probably a little confused as to what's fired. Not only that, but they can't fall back to A. Let's be honest, they have 0 information as to what's going on over there. As far as they know, there could be someone in their spawn trying to buy guns. So they're really stuck. They're forced into these fights towards the B site. Lollipop's just given all the leash she needs to kind of creep up and isolate a 1v1, but got in a spotter. Not giving them a...
And most importantly, not giving away lives. They're not getting too eager for these kills. That's a big plus here for ESPADA to get their economy really set in stone, avoid a potential double reset. So even if they lose a round, they at least don't have to face the consequences of forfeiting the entire game as a result. Now, Patsy's his patience, man, has been incredible, and he knows exactly what to do in these roles. He's containment. As long as he's here, they can't rotate up connector, and as long as he's here, they know that these players are probably saving, especially when. I guess ESPADA doesn't really know they have the bomb monster yet. But Patsy angling out SpeedX flawlessly, and there it is. Lollipop gets spotted with 8 seconds left. They know it's a save. You know what? Have your AK. We'll keep our 5 players alive. 4 players alive.
Nice. But NEMIGA can't. Ooh, I was gonna say can't buy around this. The better word should be shouldn't, in my opinion, right? I think you need the utility. Your defaults have kind of been using quite a bit of utility. They're only gonna have. I mean, they have enough, but 2 mollies, like it's hard.
Yeah, no, I normally would agree with you, but in these circumstances, I think a buy here is better because you buy and you save when ESPADA's at 13 and you buy again at 14. Whereas if they save now, they would be buying at ESPADA's 15, which would be incredibly weird. So yeah, this is the call here for NEMIGA, I think. But right now, it's all eggs in one basket. All 5 players towards long A. NEMIGA looking for the explode once again. I think the. Oh.
This is risky.
Oh, yeah. He's like, no, I'm not liking this, dude. That's a bad abandon that real quick. The pop is coming any second now. This is about to be a bloodbath here, but there are 3 players defending in crossfire.
Molly, the players is gonna bloom. They have to get out of this Molly and fight. And somehow Softpick's allowed to get 2. The Molly guy's gonna force him out, but he has a teammate in bathroom. That's Patsy, who has gone undetected and is swinging around and getting kills left, right, and center. Finnegan comes through with a flash. 13-13 Roy. And Patsy, a man stays alive in bathrooms, doesn't get spotted, supports his teammates on site.
Dude, he's insane.
I mean, for a 16-year-old, he's kind of playing like a grandpa in the sense of
right?
Like,
he's dependable.
Patience, yeah.
Dude, he has not made a single positional error this whole series. It's actually incredible. Incredible. I'm really excited for this guy's future. It's so insane. Wow. Now NEMIGA, they're in a tough spot. This is what they're kind of planning for as a backup, right? If they lost this, not a big deal. They only have to forfeit up to 14th here for ESPADA. This water explode could be dangerous if they pass directly. Oh, I think the camera gives us a false sense of POV there. There it is. The smoke, the Molotovs, the flashes. Maybe in the Mac 10 to overrun the pit. Like Deepa works out, but no, it's going to be D-Mutt shutting down too quick.
On top of the site, he hears all these players jumping around, just can't see anyone to pull the trigger. And with his teammates dying, pit drop of smoke, Speed Hack tries, reload comes in, Lollipop removes it. If he would have flicked up with that CZ right, I would have screeched. But we're okay. Good timeout from NEMIGA. It's a bye. And one thing that has been missing is SpeedX op on the Seaside, right? Hasn't had a chance to get it out to work in picks. It's been very rifle dependent. They've been buying as soon as they can. He hasn't budgeted for it, and maybe it's safe to say that's had an impact on his performance.
Yeah, that's kind of the only downside about force buying so often, right? Is you don't really allow your opera to get into the groove of things. And their explode strats, like their pacing that NEMIGA's playing right now, is also not really conducive for a op performance, right? Like you're exploding monster, you're exploding long A, you're exploding on all these different parts of the map. You're not really letting the op what op does best, which is find picks, take high percentage duels in a slow, coordinated fashion. You're just forcing the brute forces, forcing the battles everywhere on the map. And this is not at all what I was expecting from NEMIGA here on this T side. Like, this is so uncharacteristic. But we've come to almost to the end of the line. ESPADA, if they hold strong, if they deny the bomb plant, they will give themselves an incredible win condition. And they've set themselves up nicely in the sense that they don't really have the fear of an eco or a double eco.
Smokes make Box a little nervous. Bomb on his back. On a spot, I'm doing a long setup, Roy. Pretty much a bait and switch with the op. Yup, takes contact, gets one. The tree player peeks up and Patsy, and he should be able to get one of his own. So, having a hell of a game is Patsy. NEMIGA. Smoke front bathroom off. There was a player there in the form of Sophic. And he's going to play around the smoke. It's going to start to dissipate. And he wanted to refresh it, but he's going to gun out. They may just come through the smoke. It's starting to change. Player's backs their turn. Sophic only gets one. That was a little awkward. A little weird. But the long push is coming through, Roy. This could be it. This could be the nail in the coffin. This could be 15, this flank from Patsy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, we're good. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine.
Oh, and he gets a second.
I can't believe he does that.
That's incredible, man. Patsy, you're a beast. If you're watching this VOD in the future, you are a beast. I'm a huge fan. MDS, Lollipop now at 2 versus 4. Patsy gets caught, unfortunately, by MDS, but he's done his job. I mean, come on, you can't ask for much more than that. And NEMIGA's really run the clock down with 20 seconds left. They're forced desperately to start to push forward, but now they're going to walk into Dexter and the crossfire from Dima. And there it is, ESPADA, the match series point. 2 attempts to close off the series right here, right now. The impossible comeback from ESPADA is almost coming to fruition. NEMIGA, 2 rounds to go to fight back. The lack of bomb plant hurts them immensely here, with them having to downgrade to Mac 10 to a Galil to limited utility for Box, Lollipop, as well as MDS.
Up short, Lollipop quick. Catches Dima, but he takes a significant amount of damage on turn. I mean, he already took so much getting to shorty. He was kind of banking on getting a kill. And Box is the only other one getting map control elsewhere. He may end up running into the op, but Dexter. I say Dexter. Dexter. His name isn't Dexter. But he could write a love song, Roy. I guarantee it.
He's not a lover. He's a fighter. Now, Box, he's getting into a very scary position here. ESPADA is not aware of this at all. Dexter must have write a love letter from the grave. And now that the A site opened up, Boxes.
I think they know.
Wait, I think they're aware.
Yeah, they're full committing. They're like, you know, MDS with 1. Yeah, they have the right idea. Can Sophic lock it out? He can't. There's no way they think Patsy's here, though. Not a chance. 1 for Patsy. 2 for Patsy. 3 almost. I was at bated breath. I was. Ooh. That was the right decision because they knew they were getting pinched. I'm surprised no one turned around and just said, you know what, we're smoking heaven. And committed to that monster push. But, man, that was the right idea.
Wow, dude. Oh, my God. That was so... He gets that kill. The other player was on A. He's far, far away. Would have been a great reset for him. So close for Patsy. 14. Now, it should be a good buy coming out here for ESPADA. Dexter op should not be a problem. I think they're just discussing how they're going to equip Finnegan here. Right. Dexter, drop him the M4. Let him get utility. There it is. Perfect. Actually, they're going to pass it on to... Oh, wait. They're going for the double op setup. That's interesting. Double op setup on CT side overpass is not my personal favorite. Although it seems intuitive, right? Like, this is a big map. There's a lot of opportunities for oppers. It's just opping on B is incredibly awkward, I feel. And it's so easy to get overrun with how well people have their flashes down. But let's see if it works out. NEMIGA have been playing extremely slow. If they can hold down these angles or get the early pick like that one, it might just work out. Dexter trading up Patsy's life for the second kill. I think they're happy with that. They're just going to abandon and take their chances on the 4 versus 3.
Well, okay. They're pushing up long, Roy. They're getting aggressive. Dexter takes a peek, takes a pod shot. The jump up. Sophic knows Speedax close. Speedax alone. And he is a madman. He's going to flash and swing into this. Can he get one? He can't. Sophic wins it. What a risk to take from Speedax. No tradability on that. I'm a little surprised. Maybe he's flustered.
Now, 55 seconds left. Maybe flustered. I'm not sure. But MDS and Lollipop, MDS has been so huge in this first half. He's been a little bit more quiet on the T side. And Lollipop's been quiet on this map overall. And now they're going for the desperate attempt. The contact out monster. Finnegan in a great position to cut off the cross to sight. Dima gets... Oh, man, you're so savage. That just softened them up so much. That's the first. I think that's it. They have this one locked down, I believe, unless MDS has something up his sleeves, but he's going to have to figure out where Finnegan is. Wow. MDS gets the first. He goes for the second shot. Pretty well read. He will at least be able to plant the bomb or potentially cross over. The flash is there. Dexter gets tapped away by MDS. A 1 versus 2 now.
Roy, the B site was his on CT side. Can he push us to OT? They have to wait out the smoke. And he's going to push close. He's going to be right in front of 1 for MDS. No! Finnegan will take it. And that means ESPADA will win, Roy. And I think that is a perfect ending. It came down to MDS, the man who tried on the CT side. But, man, GG's Patsy. I mean, what can you say? The young guns stood up when they needed them. And everyone on ESPADA turned it around on their CT side. It was looking grim. But that turnaround, I mean, they picked this map for a reason.
Yeah, and we saw that reason on the CT side. Although both teams had a super, super sloppy T side. But man, Patsy, Dexter, the 2-star players, if you're ESPADA, these are the 2 guys you want popping off. And they popped off on that second map to bring them back into that one. The 12-3 into the 16-14 for ESPADA. Congratulations. They are the winners of Season 3, the EU division. And I couldn't be any happier for them. Congratulations. You guys have proven yourselves throughout the season. I've been a fan of them ever since playoffs. Like their rosters really come to form. And they've become one of my personal favorite teams. And congratulations, wow. And of course, commiserations, but also congratulations to NEMIGA, who made finals. They've shown themselves to be an incredible team. Speedak's addition is great, although he didn't really show up on the second map. I have not lost confidence or faith in this lineup, Keith.
Yeah, I agree. I think the future is bright for both these teams. I think, obviously, both teams have some issues to work out in the long run. But, I mean, the young talent that's up and coming on these teams is very prominent and very obvious. They have talent, they have skill, and I think they're in the right place to grow and develop. And as I said, I think 6 months we're going to see some of these players really make a breakout.
Definitely could not agree anymore, but that is it for the action for now. So we will be moving on to the giveaway. Keith, thank you for joining us. We're going to be sending you off now to start this giveaway for the 1 terabyte SSD. It's going to be a great one. The keyword will be provided to you. All you have to do is enter. Keith, for now, take it easy. Mel?
Thank you.
Let's begin this giveaway.